The Nigerian Senate has directed the Nigeria Customs Service to significantly increase its revenue targets for the 2025 fiscal year from the proposed 5 trillion naira to at least 10 trillion naira. During the budget defense session for 2024 and the proposal for the 2025, Senator Jibril Issa from Kogi East, chairman of the Senate Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariff, criticized the Nigeria Customs Service for setting what he called an abysmally low revenue target. Senator Issa emphasized that the Customs Service is adequately equipped with infrastructure and personnel, including plans to recruit over 3,000 additional staff to meet his ambitious targets. The Senator also urged the Customs Service to intensify efforts towards intercepting arms, ammunition and illicit drugs entering Nigeria through various entry points, including seaports, airports and land borders.
We believe that your revenue target of 6 point something trillion, I can't get the exact figure now, is abysmally low. You have to double your efforts. You must get us nothing less than 10 trillion by the end of this financial year. We don't expect you to get us anything less than 10 trillion by the end of this financial year. You are adequately equipped, you have the infrastructure, and you have the staff. Okay? The additional staff that you're talking about, over 3,000, will come in, and I'm sure you are almost on the drawing board on that. I'm sure you have you finished? Oh, I don't know. Have you finished the process for the recruitment? But how soon are you going to finish? Okay, I think by the time you bring in that additional workforce, okay, you'll be able to actualize some of the things that I'm talking about. We don't expect you to come in with anything less than 10 trillion, okay, by the end of this financial year. The government needs a lot of money to undertake various infrastructural developments. The president of the country is poised to take Nigeria to a greater height, okay? And you can't do this, especially with respect to infrastructure, without adequate funds.
The committee insists on a stronger performance from the Nigeria Customs Service to meet national fiscal demands and support the government's broader developmental agenda. Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise, Honorable Decry Underfunding, has expressed concern over the underfunding of the Nigeria Customs Service despite its remarkable revenue performance in the 2024 fiscal year. Speaking during the official presentation of the NTS 2025 budget proposal before the committee on Monday, Abejide expressed worry over the poor funding levels of personnel, overhead and capital projects. He noted that despite the Customs Service surpassing its 2024 revenue target of 5.79 trillion naira by generating 6.15 trillion naira, an increase of over 1.26 trillion naira or 20.21%. The service's performance on critical expenditure areas remained dismally low. Abejide also criticized the complete lack of remittance from the 60% share of the Comprehensive Import Supervision Scheme, a component designed to support the service's operational funding throughout 2024.
I, as chairman, have gone through your proposal, your 2024 budget performance, and was flabbergasted, astonished, surprised, and lack words to express the level of poor funding of Nigeria Customs Service, which made the level of your performance on personnel costs to stand at 43.53%, overhead costs at 46.34%, and capital project performance at 45.68%. Despite the service surpassing the target of 2024, which was 5.79 trillion, and you eventually generated and accounted for 6.105 trillion, representing an increase of 1.26 trillion. That is 20.21% in 2024. This committee would like to know, despite outperforming your targets, yet you could not fund your personnel costs, overhead costs, and capital projects, both new and ongoing. We will challenge you in the court of law. Any attempt not to start what the law says you should do, you also face the wrath of the law. We are not joking here. We are representatives of the people. If even the 7% cost of collection you are taking is equally illegal. It's an executive fiat of the military. This is a democratic dispensation. Those in support that 7% illegal collection should stop, say aye. Those against, say nay. Let's have it.
The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, represented by DCG Bello Jiro, highlighted the fiscal performance of the service in 2024, urging the lawmakers to consider the service's proposals critically, provide needed support, and ensure timely approval of the 2025 budget to enable early execution of vital projects and reforms.
Revenue performance of 2024 budget. The approved revenue target for the year 2024 stood at 5.079 trillion. Remarkably, the service collected a total revenue of 6.105 trillion for the period of January to December 2024. The revenue performance has a positive variance of 2.899 billion, or 90.40% when compared with approved revenue target of the same period. The service proposed a budget of 1.132 trillion for the 2025 fiscal year, which will be sourced from the following items: 4% FOB for 2024, 1.070 trillion, 2% VAT shares of NCS, 33.01 billion. Then we have funds for the ongoing capital projects,